So before I start this video and we get into the flash passive, I did have a small minor correction from my previous video. It was pointed out by a friend. I would not have thought of this in a million years because it doesn't make any sense, but maybe just chalk that another into the column. But Calculator Bot, the passive, when taking damage, convert a small percentage of the damage into health. That is actually not based on your restoration. That is based on your health. So the more health you have, the higher the heal you get. Has nothing to do with resto, which doesn't follow any logic, but we'll show it here. So my restoration is 44,723. It's maxed out skill point wise, full resto. So I'm going to do the heal before, and then I'm going to max out health, and then you'll see the heal then. So we'll get attacking here. Don't base off that one just because I'm already at full health. And then it's going to be a 20-second cooldown. Wonder if he's going to do enough damage to me. I might have to go to another set of ads. We'll see. So 9223. So what we'll do is we'll wait another 20 seconds just so you can confirm it's going to be the same heal. Nine two two three. Okay. So now I'm going to max out health. So before my health is 184,461. Oop. Now it's 229, 666, and the heal came in right at the end there for 11,483. So we'll wait again just to show you that it's going to be the same heal back to back. So I mean, this makes Calculator Bot better for tanks, but I mean at the same time, it seems like it's like backwards coded. So it seems like it's turning a percentage of your health into the damage in terms of damage into health. So see, it's the same number. So I mean, it's not supposed to be doing that. It's supposed to be based on your resto. So it's like taking a small percentage of your health, converting it into health rather than the other way around. So every other ability that gives you a heal is based on your resto. The higher the resto you have, the higher the heal you get. Just like the House Legends bot, the higher Vit you have, it depends on your star level too, but Vit will play a factor on it, just not as much as star level. So that's another one that chalks up to the game of is it intended or not. So just want to get that correction out there because it may impact how you level, at least for tanks for now. But I mean, just so you're aware of, like I said, full transparency on my behalf. And now let's get in Flash. Okay, so another correction to make from my previous video. For Calculator Bot, you actually have to restart the entire game between leveling her star levels for the new repair amounts to take effect. I mean, it makes sense, but at the same time, it doesn't. I wouldn't have thought of that because, I mean, with any kind of artifact, if you upgrade it, you get that artifact's ability right away. And that's just some kind of internal cooldown that's already going, like, say, like if you're leveling Lazarus Pit water. Slipped my mind there for a sec. If you use the Lazarus Pit ability at like rank 120 and the cooldown's like a day or whatever, then you can't, if you upgrade that to 160 or 200, it doesn't reset that ability, which, I mean, that makes sense because it's already on the cooldown. But in terms of everything else, it takes effect. So I'll put the changes up here on the screen, but essentially if I go to my gear's at 80. If Oracle Bot is at max rank, then it's going to go up by 15, the repair amount. So if I go here, head's going to start at 15, I go to 95. And then, etc. Shoulders will go to 95. So it's still a 5-second internal cooldown. And I kind of go through everything. So it does change significantly how much time it takes to repair from 0 to 100. It was like 28 minutes before at 3. And at 15, it's 5 minutes and 50 seconds. So that's, I mean, if you want to use Oracle to repair your gear instead of like a repair bot or anything else, then go ahead. You can level it. It's 8,500, but at least you guys have the updated times now. So nothing else impacted like durability or anything like that. It's just the star level only impacts the repair amount. It's still always a 5-second internal cooldown. So want to get that correction out there as well. Hey there guys, this is Obsidian Chill. Got another video for you today. And I let the speedsters down. I certainly got an earful in my last video about not testing the Flash and his walk it off passive. So I'm gonna do that today. So taking a look at Flash's ability, reduce time between when you're in combat and return normal travel speed. I'm going to test how everyone wants to test it in terms of, I mean, we could chalk it up to a poor description, which I mean is par for the course, but I will test the combat slowdown and show you that. So what that means is that I'm going to get hit by an ad. The timer is going to start from when I get that damage hit, because that's what put me into combat slowdown, or wherever you want to refer to it as. And then we'll count how long it takes to get back into flash travel again. And this will be super speed, just a little bit easier. Flight's a little bit hard to tell. And I mean, skimming acro, same thing. And I'm also not going to be testing it at like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 star levels, because that's crazy. So I mean, like, when I was testing this before, I wasn't seeing much of a difference. Maybe like a couple seconds, if that. So if it's a couple seconds at like star level 8 maxed, then it's going to be like 1 second at like 4 and 5. So either way, I'll show you this. I kind of find it ironic a little bit. I mean, maybe this is just the bias to me talking, but everyone keeps saying how the system is like pay to win and allies is stupid, but you keep finding me reasons, or finding us reasons to level allies. Because I'm like, Flash and Zoom, their damage is terrible, got nerfed, it splits heavily, and their abilities are kind of gimmicky. And then I see all the comments saying, oh yeah, but they're super fun. Like, I love running fast, and I love like getting on a combat faster, even though it's not really what it does. And it's like, okay, I mean, if you want to spend the money and level an epic and do that, I mean, go for it. I only have Cyborg and House of Legends leveled. I'll probably level Calculator Bot for my tank, just because, I mean, it's something. It's a health healing bag. Diana's 6-second might increase is not worth it. Neither is the $200 Aquaman Supercharge to save like 4 or 5 seconds. I mean, that's not worth it either. So that's but here, level Flash and Zoom and pay all that XP, because you get to have fun. So I mean, hey, if you guys want to, say that it's a pay-to-win system and we shouldn't have to have allies and all together, but then at the same time you want them because they're fun and you want to max them out, I mean, go for it. So, like I said before, I don't have Flash equipped right now. We're going to run by an ad, get hit by it, and then kind of roughly, well, I mean, I will slow down the footage after Adobe Premiere and check the time, where I'll confirm it after the clip here. So now let's try to get hit by something, because there we go. Okay, so we got hit, and we're back up to fast travel. So that was without Flash. So that's the test. I got hit by an ad, I got slowed down in combat, and then I got into fast travel again, and that was without Flash. So let's see what that actual time was. Okay, so after checking that Adobe Premiere, going frame by frame, that was 4 seconds. So without Flash, so I don't have Flash equipped. After I got hit by an ad, it was 4 seconds from when I got hit in terms of when I was back into fast travel. So let's swap this, put on Flash, and let's repeat the same test and see what we get in terms of timing. Okay, now that I got a Flash on, let's see if I can get hit by an enemy. Please and thank you. Okay. And then we're back into combat, so let's take a look and see what that footage was. So for that clip with Flash, that frame by frame in Adobe Premiere, it was technically 2 seconds, 48 milliseconds. I mean, we could round down and call it 2 seconds. So that means the other one was 4 seconds even. This was 2 seconds. So at Flash max rank, you get into combat 2 seconds faster. Which, I mean, at the same time, if I can't debate the semantics of this, because to me, I mean, it's 2 seconds getting into combat faster, but it's not even combat, it's combat slowdown. Like I said before in my previous videos, this isn't going to affect like getting out of a sparring target, because that's based on range. Like maybe like you're not booking around from a sparring target. Same thing in a boss fight. You can't just book away and run away from a boss fight and then in a raid and get out of combat. It's not going to work. You're going to have to kill the ad, because it's going to keep you in combat for the entire instance. I mean, I'm sure you guys have done duos and solos when you've skipped ads, and then you have to go back and kill those ads at the very start to get out of combat. Because the same thing, some ads will keep combat on you throughout the entire instance. So, I mean, that doesn't help. So, in a raid, an alert, in anything, this is completely useless. All it is just like a fun factor ability, just like Zoom. So, I mean, if you want to spend the money, go ahead. Like I said before, I'm sure there's plenty of speedsters out there, and I know speedsters, Zoom, and Flash are really popular as an ally. I'm just telling you what's actually useful and viable, because I'm trying to save you money. Like I know everyone treats this as like a pay-to-win system, and we shouldn't have allies because we already have artifacts. So like just like I do with artifacts, I'm not going to tell you to level an artifact if it's like not viable or not good. I'll tell you to consider it for like unique situations, but like I'm not going to tell you like, oh yeah, go spend $200 on this because you need it. No. Because I understand that this is money. So that's with allies. I'm not going to tell you to love an ally unless it actually serves a purpose. Like it's not like about fun factor. I mean, I'm sure the developers want it to be fun factor. I'm sure the developers say, hey, yeah, level these Queen Diana and Batman and Aquaman, even though they're broken, level them because they're fun. And like you can summon Aquaman and fight with Aquaman. Like here, spend $200 on it. You could summon like, Arthur Wayne or Flashpoint Batman and, be versed in like the whole multiverse of Flashpoint storyline. Here, spend $200 and do it. Like you can do that. I'm just here to tell you what's actually practical and what's not. So that's a Flash passive. Throughout my testing, I tested other things. I'm not going to show it in the video because, I mean, it just points out technically it's not officially what it is in the description, but I tested dying. You remember when you die and respawn, you're in combat, you're locked in combat for a few seconds. That's why you can't switch armies right after you die because it'll be locked. So I tested that. Flash has no impact on that. I tested hitting a sparring target and then moving away from the sparring target and counting how many Lee Call squares it was before I dropped combat. It was the exact same with and without Flash. The only thing that showed any kind of difference was this combat slowdown, which is what people mentioned in the previous comment section, and it was tested to found 2 seconds faster. So the full epic ally that does some of the worst damage. I mean, Calculator Bot and House of Legends Bot do more damage than Flash. So, and then the combat, the whole walk it off combat ability, you just saw what it was like, a couple seconds faster running through open world. So if you want to sit, like I said before, if you're doing a speed feat running by ads, they're not going to slow you down because they've already slowed down by the tank. They're all chasing the tank. They're not chasing you. And the tank can pop immunity. He can pop a shield. There's plenty of things the tank can do to not have that combat slowdown. So there you go, guys. We've got my correction on House of Legends Bot. We got sorry, not House of Legends Bot. We got the correction on Calculator Bot. We got the correction on Oracle Bot. And we've got the Flash passive tested. So we'll see you in the next video.